Howdy do. I really need to stop starting it all like that. Star Wars Outlaws. Star Laws Outlaws. We know Star Laws Outlaws. No, Star Wars Outlaws nearly falls off top 40's most popular PlayStation games list less than a month after release. Is anyone surprised? They really remember when games were released and they were finished? Nowadays, companies have been too accustomed to sending out a unfinished product and then saying it's okay. We'll just have an update, a patch in I don't know, a couple days fixing everything. Well, what happened to having it ready from the start? I mean, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube. I mean, N64. You pop them in, and they're pretty much ready to go. Like you might find some glitches, but they're not game breaking. Like some of the worst games, even like Quest 64 and stuff like that, you know, you could still pop them in and play from beginning to end. But here, we have companies that just like release unfinished products and like, oh, we'll just finish it in a couple days when we, do an update patch. How about you make sure the game is finished before you release it? Then maybe people won't be criticizing you so much for it. But anyway, Star Wars Outlaws. I'm about to say it again on purpose. Actually, I caught myself there. Star Wars Outlaws has nearly fallen out of the top 40 most popular PlayStation games list in less than a month after its release. Can't imagine why. True Trophies, which reports its weekly top 40 popular PlayStation based off a sample of 3.1 million PlayStation Network accounts, notes that Star Wars Outlaws ranked in 39th position in its fourth week on the charts. To put this in perspective, it's getting beat by Hogwarts Legacy, God of War Ragnarok, and Ghost of Tsushima. All three of those games released over a year ago. Not only is the game almost out of the top 40 list, but True Trophy indicates that less than 9,000 people have played the game. Really? Wow. Similarly, PSN profiles report that there's only 7,000 Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, wow. Wow. For comparison, True Trophies note that Fireworks Studios Concord had 1696 players, while PSN profiles reported 1662 Concord owners. In the other direction, Black Myth Wukong had 26,753 owners, according to True Trophies, and 22,206 according to PSN profiles. Finally, Warhammer 40,000, 40K. Space Marine 2 has a little over 12K, according to True Trophies, and 7,500 according to PSN profiles. Of note, Black Myth Wukong is 9th on True Trophy's most recent top 40 list, while Space Marines 2 is in 12th. Maybe one positive thing that Star Wars Outlaws has regarding its sales is that it's been in the top 5 in the UK. Oh, wow. For a month. The game debuted at the top of the charts when it released. However, this came with a caveat. Christopher Dring noted that its launch sales were 55% lower than what Star Wars Jedi Survivor did. A week later, he shared that its sales was about half of Assassin's Creed Mirage. In its second week, it fell to second. It dropped to fifth in the third, and most recently moved back up to fourth. While it has steadily maintained the top 5 spot for over a month, that does not necessarily indicate sales are astounding, as noted by it being in the top spot by having sales 55% lower than Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We need to know! Maybe one of the biggest pieces of evidence that the game is not selling well is that Ubisoft has not touted any sales figures. The company has remained silent, unlike its contemporaries at Focus Entertainment and Game Science that will announce that announce how well Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2, and Black Myth Wukong did. Focus Entertainment announced Space Marine 2 had sold 2 million copies in about 24 hours after its global release. And there's the... We are so grateful. Thank you so much for all you players. We appreciate all of you. Meanwhile, Game Science reported that Black Myth Wukong has sold 10 million copies in around 4 days after it was released globally. For comparison, Ubisoft revealed that Assassin's Creed Valhalla has sold at least 1.8 million copies in a press release just a week after the game released. Okay. I mean, let's see what the comments say. Ubisoft cannot pay for lies anymore. There's no way in hell even popular. Be strong, Chud Brotherhood. The end is Ubisoft is near. The game and the company that deserved that produced it deserved to fail. Telling a joke can be fun, but nobody wants to pay $70 for a joke. A bunny with a keyboard. I got nothing funny to add, so just remember that Acolyte proved that the Force can be used to impregnate, so the Force is male. Flawless logic. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, maybe because, you know, character, just glitchy ass freaking game. Even like the gameplay is one thing, but then you have people riding around and there's like 4 people and they're all just like spazzing out. They're just like, it's like a 5th grader program the game. So, it's 2024. How is it that we're in a state where gaming has to be this bad? I just, like, why do they feel the need to release a glitchy, unfinished product? Like I said, they feel emboldened now. They know they can get away with it. Back in the day, the game was finished when you got it. Ocarina of Time, I remember popping in that game and was able to play from start to finish if you really wanted to. The first Mario, freaking Commodore 64, Atari, you just pop in the game and there you go. But nowadays, they're releasing games that are essentially not finished and then just like, oh, we'll just release a patch the next day or a couple days from now, which will finish the game, and complete it. Why not just release it when it's finished? Do you not have testers there, to make sure the bugs and glitches and all that are gone before you release it? No quality control? No, what? At least with like, MMOs, like World of Warcraft, they have PTRs. So that way you can get in and kind of see everything beforehand and test it and report back to them, submit a bug. I mean, but that's a lot of, it is a lot of work, but making a game is a lot of work. So if you're going to release a product, you might want it to be right the first time. For like World of Warcraft, a new patch comes out, even if something in the new area, like everything in the new area is fine, find out that somehow because of the new area release, somehow like old areas are being affected and, scaling issues and this, and it's just, but yeah, you're paying $70 and essentially you're getting an unfinished product at first, and then it takes them however long to finally complete it. I don't know why people feel like doing that now. Because again, when I was a kid, you bought the game, it was already finished. No noticeable bugs. Like if you can play a game like Quest 64 from start to finish, and that game is bad. That game is bad. But if you can just pop it in and play it like one sitting, you know, that's pretty bad that a game like that was programmed better than the crap now. And that was the Nintendo 64. That was the Nintendo 64. Because they don't care. Because they know they're going to get paid regardless. You know, oh no, Star Wars Outlaws didn't do very well. Oh no. Just give us like 300 million for our next project. Oh, we promise it'll be much better. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It was popular at first because people wanted to see what it was like. And then they realized it's really not that great of a game. Glitches and whatever, and I don't even know if all the bugs have been found. But I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.